the Atomic Bull, Oliver McCall. Lennox,
I expect a tough, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Any questions from Mr. Lewis's corner?
No
Mr. McCall's corner. Let's get it on!
Round one begins. Emmanuel Stewart said that he expected Lewis to be tentative. Stewart goes on to point out that Lennox is by nature a cautious counterpuncher at the beginning of his fights. Amid all of his turbulent emotions the last time around, McCall effectively followed the fight plan put forth by Stewart.
His face, he looked like he was in labor.
Asking McCall not to jump on top of Lewis and
until it creates itself.
Or to hold it out there and leave it there.
He's got that reach, and when you have the reach like that and the power like that, you can do anything you want.
251 doesn't look bad on him.
Trunks are a little high. When you have that much reach, Lewis can have Oliver McCall slinging and go if he just stands back, uses his reach.
Round one, kind of a feeling out round for Lewis in the last 2 minutes of the round. If he's going backward, McCall was unable to make Lewis go backward in an effective way in the first round, and beginning of round two, 49 of Lewis's 57 thrown punches in the first round were jabs. He didn't land but 10 of them.
He's going to be a little reluctant because of the earlier fight in that right hand. Let this guy rush him. He's charge a puncher around. That's when you get yourself hurt.
Overhand right. You saw how wary of that punch Lewis is. His best punch of the fight so far. And Lewis demonstrates exactly what Benton talked about. Doesn't throw punches when he backs up. Hard right hand by Lewis. And he just misses an uppercut. So Lennox Lewis begins to throw the right and takes advantage of the charging McCall with that uppercut.
When McCall was charging it.
And McCall ducks his head and looks away. That's going to slow down McCall's charges, although here McCall gets to him. To land the right hand over the top again. Lewis definitely looks gun-shy when McCall releases the right, but aside from those moments...
This is what you call backing up. Lewis is doing a good job of backing up. You call when he was running backwards. That's not backing up. Moving backwards.
Correctly, or from inside, or is he too far outside?
Yeah, he'll never be able to throw a perfect uppercut because he's coming from his arms have got to go down to the level of his opponent.
91 of those punches counted by our punch stat numbers figurers were jabs. Lennox Lewis criticized throughout his career for bad balance, getting a little steadier on his feet now as round three begins.
Lewis is doing some good boxing, not putting his punches together. He's trying more to psych this man out rather than whip him.
He's trap shooting, looking to lay a trap and just land that big right again.
More than anything else, trying to...
Another uppercut lands for Lewis. The jab, and keep McCall at a distance like this, there isn't much Oliver can do.
That's true. 3 minutes goes by real quick. Right hand was delivered a lot quicker.
Interesting to see what kind of stamina McCall has tonight if this goes into the later rounds. Remember, he was in rehab at the beginning of his training camp. Lewis now landing hard right hands from over the top behind the jab.
If he wants, he can just do that all night. Why change anything? McCall is doing the acting job because he can't do anything else.
Either bored or frustrated.
He has so much confidence in his stamina. He's been in with some of the good boxers before. They wear down.
Good combination by Lewis.
That's what you want your fighter to do. Win every round. If a knockout comes, good.
Punched at numbers in round number 3. And here he takes a hard right hand to begin the fourth. occasionally looks away from him and invites him to attack.
In his 19th heavyweight championship fight, hasn't gone over and said something to him about, you gotta fight. Oliver, you gotta fight. That's what Mill should be saying to him, because he's not doing anything. This is one of the strangest things I've ever seen.
McCall able to take it even though he had his hands down. This is a bizarre display. All right, let's go to Larry Merchant, who's with George Benton in McCall's corner.
This man's mind is gone.
Do you see any sign of anything wrong with him during training?
No.
Reluctantly, it seems, he said yes. That purse up.
Before the eyes of the world, and it's placed Lennox Lewis in an awfully difficult and awkward position. Lewis doing what he has to do.
This isn't right.
Mills Lane will allow this to go on, and that's going to be it.
Well, I've seen some strange things in boxing. That is surely one of the strangest.
With a whimper, not a bang, Lennox Lewis has just become the WBC World Heavyweight Champion for the second time in his career.
Especially when he had his hand down with no chance to defend himself and didn't even want to. He looked like he almost wanted to get knocked out. Yeah, he said, I gotta fight. I want to fight. I gotta fight.
But then he came out and did exactly the opposite. Now,
The winner, and now a two-time WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the pride of Great Britain, Lennox